Tankers, my name is Junior and joining me is Millard.
Hi!
Today we'll be viewing the Simplistic versus Midnight Marauders qualifier matches from Friday the 8th. I am going to be viewing from Simplistic. Their lineup looks like 3 Amex 5100s, 2 T69s, and 2 T1 Cunninghams. Millard, what does Midnight Marauders look like?
Well, it looks like they've got both Waffles and Scully in a 5100, are also sporting 2 T32s, and oddly enough, a VKA. Not exactly what I was expecting, and of course, the 2 stereotypical T1s on Windows.
Why do you think they brought the VK 4502A? Would it be armor, or what's the situation you would think that would be good in?
You know, I think basically, Junior, what they're looking for is if they can pit the VKA against something like maybe a T69 that either can't clip it out, or against a different team that's maybe using T32s, try to utilize it in that sense. The VKA has slightly better damage per minute than a T32 with that same 320 alpha, so it doesn't have the punch of an IS-3 or the clip of a 5100, so you know, I think it's going to be maybe even a little out of place this game, but hopefully they can bring it into play against a couple T69s and let it utilize that DPM.
Get those mediums out, right. Now, what's Midnight Marauders lineup looking like on the map right now? Where are they going?
Well, right now they've got 2 T32s in Tank Alley stuck behind the rubble, with the VKA sitting all the way back in G7 looking up Tank Alley. They also sent both Schooly and Waffles to the hill, so both 5100s are hill. Right now, they're really spread out. Their T1s are also on the 3 line in G3, and then all the way down in J1. What about Simplistic?
We got a lineup of a T1 on D5, which I'm surprised that he didn't light anybody on that G line going to Tank Alley. And we got a T1 in B0. Those are the most interesting spots right now. The other lineups, we got Art of War in Alpha 2 looking down those tracks. We got a 69 and 5100, which is Admiral Drake and Doberman in Bravo 3. And of course, Primus and Castor are in Alpha 4 covering their back.
Okay, so they're kind of deployed in that 2-3 line area with all of their tanks, besides maybe the T1 hill.
Yeah, it's really heavy on this 1/3 of the map. It's going to be interesting to see, and we just got a 5100 light. It's going to be interesting to see if Midnight Marauders gets an advantage from taking out that T1 early, or what they can do with that hill. What do you think? Oh, and they just took packet loss out. That's a pretty good game.
Good shot by Waffles.
You think they're going to use that hill to their advantage, or what's the disadvantage from that, possibly?
Well, I think basically at this point, both teams are kind of feeling each other out. Midnight Marauders got one of those T1s out, which is frankly fantastic news for them. But at this point are still actually pretty sedentary. They moved their T32s up a little bit in the 7-8 line, but no, not really seeing them utilize that hill. There's no tanks in the D line for them to spot. Simplistic didn't send any tanks hill. Oh!
And there goes an ammo rack on the T1. Insult to injury. That T32, that was a nice shot. It looks like he was poised and ready for that.
The 5100s seem to have used that as a bit of a trigger and have rolled down off the hill, kind of dilly-dallying around in that C0, B0 intersection. I would expect them to start darting off the hill here in a second. Where is Simplistic at? Are they in the same spots, or what's going on?
They just shifted to actually cover the hill. It looks like we're going to get Doberman taking out Ruthven in the T1 right now. He's pushing it. But we do have 3 tanks watching for that AB line. It looks like they're anticipating the push from the hill. It looks like Art of War is also turned that way.
5100s are still, are now just moving through the intersection, crossing through B0. One of them looks like going to continue bombing down the A row. That would be Waffles, and Schooly is going to hang out at B0. The T32s and VKA have pushed out of Tank Alley and are now in about the D5 position on the map.
That's interesting. It doesn't look... Waffles is in a bad position if he doesn't have any support, and he is getting hit very hard. That's not going to help Midnight Marauders out.
That looked painful for Waffles. At least he stays alive, though. He still has 625
Yeah.
HP.
They still have not lost a large tank in this battle, so it could still go to anyone. We have Art of War shuffling back from A3 to A2. It looks like they're possibly thinking a 3-line push from Midnight Marauders. But the 32 is lit, one of them Dark Lance. And it looks like the other is coming around the corner. J Smooth is now lit and the fight is on. We have Pramoose low.
Mornblade is flanking D-Row and is probably trying to 1-3-0, but he spots Doberman and gets off a free shot there.
This is not good. We got Admiral Drake and Art of War seem to be shifting to take out that VK. I don't believe he's going to hold up on that corner for very long.
I'm afraid you're probably right. 2 autoloaders against the VK is not exactly what we were hoping for. The T-32s are stationary.
This is not looking good. Are those 32s going to shift? No, they are not. They're pushing.
They got Primus out.
Can they take an advantage here with those 32s? That's the question. It looks like they're sitting pretty stale. This is not looking good as they shift back to take care of the 32s.
No, those 32s needed to push straight through and pick up that 69 there. At this point, Doberman's reloaded and they're just stuck in a stalemate.
Right. It looks like they do have a 5100 on now. Is that Schoolie at full health?
Yes, Schoolie's still at 1400 HP. A great shot by Dark Lance, but Jason misses his shot and ends up getting clipped out.
It looks like we have split tanks here everywhere. Admiral Drake low at 232. Art of War still pretty high health, but Doberman is definitely going down. It's going to be a hard push still on those two, Dark Lance and Schoolie, as Admiral Drake is only at 17%.
The Marauders just set up there on the corner. They're trying to get some free damage. Actually, really successful with that. So.
And they just took Art of War down quite substantially. He's sitting at 486, so they can't really make a push. Schoolie, being so high health, is not going to let that happen. And autoloaders, we got a full clip on Art of War, but it looks like Admiral Drake is low or reloading as they retreat to Bravo 7.
I believe Schoolie has 4, if I've counted correctly, and he hasn't dumped off any shots that I didn't see. So I'd really like to see Midnight Marauders use their HP advantage, roll around the corner, shoot the one shot, and then focus fire down the second one. And even if they lose a tank, keeping that 5100 alive on their own team, the game should be an open and shut case.
Do you think that they're going to wait for Simplistic to make a mistake and then maybe split their attention 2 ways? Because they have gotten into a position where they're looking at an intersection possibly, and if they get antsy or scared, they could split their directions. Do you think that is something they'd exploit?
Yeah, I think that's what J Smooth is looking to do right now. His T-32 is still on this B3-4 corner, while Schoolie was in D3, was spotting down that D row, seems to be moving now, so maybe not as aggressive as could be utilized, but still looking to hopefully catch Simplistic in a mistake.
Yes, it looks like they're going to split. Admiral Drake is staying on the B lane around B7-8, and Art of War is going to push up to the Alpha 7 corner, it looks like. I don't know if that's the best decision because...
Oh, he's lit.
We got a shot off on Schoolie, that's good damage, 232.
Dark Lance misses his shot. Oh,
but that just changed the game there. They got Admiral Drake out, and that is not good because Art of War is now reloading, and if I've been counting Schoolie's shots correctly, he still has a few in his clip.
I think he's got 3 left. We'll see if he can manage to kill Art of War
Mm-hmm.
with 3, or if he misses or bounces or some crazy RNG thing happens and Art of War manages to survive. Also, there's only 12 seconds left in the game, so he's got to do it now. We hits it.
He misses.
Oh!
And he gets the last shot with 4 seconds to go. That was too close for comfort.
Very nice work, Schoolie. Very nice work.
Yeah, I would have to agree that that was very well played by Schoolie in the last seconds of the game there, Millard. But, of course, that's not all that we have. Join us for round 2 to see if Simplistic can bring it back.